Good afternoon, families. This video is to help you understand how to sign into a student's class using the nicknames provided by your teacher. So what I'm going to do first is whenever I open up my internet browser, I'm going to go to springisd.org. I'm going to go to MySpring. And now here I'm going to sign in with a student's email account. So I'm going to take that information and type that in here. Now this is different than signing in from with the entire Chromebook, and it's not the entire email address, it's just the handle of the student's login. Once I sign into MySpring using my child's account, I'm going to come over here to where it says Google Apps, and then I'm going to click where it says Gmail. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions here and what is happening is that you'll see here is that even though you've signed into Spring ISD using a child's or a student's email account through MySpring, if your browser is signed in as maybe your own personal or something, that maybe is your computer or anything like that, it's going to revert it back to whatever the email is that is on file. So if you look up here in the top right corner, if you see that there is a name listed here with maybe an email address that is not your child's, you will need to sign out of that account, and you can do so. You can use these buttons here to sign out. Or if you see here, whenever your email, whenever the email populates, if you click in the top right corner, you're going to want to make sure that it again is linked to that students@springisd.org email handle, which is right here, which will be seen right here. If it is not, you'll want to make sure that it is attached to the student's email account. And you can do that by adding another account and typing in the student's full email address. Okay. Once you confirm that whenever your Spring ISD opens up to an email, I would always triple check and just make sure that the email is for the student's springisd.org account. So since this one is not currently under the student's account, I'm going to switch over to that student's email account. So now that I'm in this email account, I'm going to again just click on the top right corner where the little J and the icon is, and I see that it is under the student's name. So now I can go and access my Google Meet or with using the nickname. So I'm going to click on the 9 dots right here, or what I like to call the waffle, and then I'm going to select Meet here. Now, your page may look a little bit different. The background tends to change every so many minutes. So just be advised, as long as you see a page that looks like this, where it says use a meeting code, you're good to go. A meeting code is the exact same thing as a nickname. It's just Google's way of either you can putting in a nickname or putting in a different Meet code. So here is where I will use a meeting code. And this is where you will put the nickname in that was provided by your teacher. So if I type in a code here, for example, I can take my code and I can hit continue. And then I will be able to join the class. You'll see here that since the class is currently in session, that I can enter this course if I wanted to by selecting join now. I'm not going to be doing that today since this class is in session. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that another way for you to determine if a Google Meet link is, if you are signed out of your personal email, is if you go to, I'm just going to open it up in a new browser so you can see what I mean. If you go to meet.google.com and it looks like this when you go to Google Meet, that means you are signed into a personal email address. So you will need to make sure that you are signed in, or the student is signed in their MySpring email account. Your classroom teacher, the homeroom classroom teacher, can help you determine what the email should be for your scholar. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to your teacher or to the campus, and we will be happy to help you further. Thank you.